Growing up in Port St. Joe has been a wonderful experience. We were very fortunate. We had different opportunities, but going to the theater was special. You got to go, usually on Saturdays, you went with your friends, enjoyed it. One of the earliest memories would be when Mother carried me and my siblings to see Gone with the Wind. And it was very long. There was an intermission. Got to go outside and came back in and saw the rest of it. But that would be one of the earlier memories of it. It was a beautiful building, but it was the center of activity for a lot of us because there was no movie. You didn't go to Panama that often. You could go there. As a child, there was a drive-in theater out at Highland View. Daddy would go down, check on his tugboat or the pilot boat, some of those. And a lot of times cartoons would be on, and we enjoyed sitting in the car watching the movies over at the drive-in. And I know Daddy often spoke of the first theater being on the corner, I think of 2nd Street and Long Avenue as we know it today. They had bleachers to sit on. And in the winter, if it was cold, they had like a burn barrel, and you'd stand around it for a few minutes and get warm on one side and go back and sit down and freeze till you could go back again. But that was their first theater, and then the one that we have today. But just different times you could go. My husband, Paul, and a very dear friend of his, George Kilburn, said every Saturday they were down there when it opened, rode their bicycles. Their parents sometime would have to come retrieve them because they lost track of time and it would be dark. They had enjoyed being in there all day long, and so many people did enjoy it. The parents could go. It was very well kept, very nice, and just a very special place for a lot of us. You would go with girlfriends or some friends your age. Sometimes you would go as a group, and then later as you were dating, you could go, on a date to the theater. Because you just didn't go to Panama City that often, and it took so long to get there and get back. But we were very, very fortunate. A lot of the classics you would see, and just many special events and memories from the movies. I would hope they would champion the cause with you. When we moved the lighthouse, it took the entire village, it took the state, and it took a lot of help. And this project is very worthwhile of the support of the community, their involvement, stepping up whatever your talents may be to help, to make a difference, whether you're gifted with the opportunity to give or in some other way. But it is a piece of our history. It is a very, very special place. And certainly to be able to continue it, to enjoy it for years to come, not only the residents, but the tourists, it's just something we need to protect, preserve, and have for many, many generations.